welcome everybody to this Asia Telecom Summit brought to you by the Wireless Broadband Alliance. I'm going to introduce two speakers tuning in from two different countries in Europe. Mauricio Socias, who is a serial entrepreneur and founder of an exciting company in Spain, WIONGO, which provides outdoor Wi-Fi networks in tourist locations throughout Spain. Certainly those of you who are European will know that it's a very popular destination for European tourists normally, and Mauricio partners with city, municipal, local government to provide free Wi-Fi for tourists and citizens, I guess, based on an advertising model, and is working with Cisco.
And we, in these years, we have a lot of experience in different scenarios, and we work in more of 300 deployments of any type of venues, large venues, beaches, ports, transportation hubs, malls, stadiums, big hotels. And I see the opportunity 8 years ago, 10 years ago, to work with the cities. I think it's a pleasure to work with Cisco because the team is very amazing, very professional, and all the hardware we work very fine. In the 2018, we are one of the shortlisted with the City of London and KT, that make possible to connect millions of users. We have large networks, and we can monetize advertising services with the captive portal display and CRM, location analytics, big data. And now the future is I need to open our networks to the world. We need to comply with the new key rules, privacy, security, automatic connection with guaranteed quality of service, the pass point, be open roaming, and we need to have new revenue streams with offloading, roaming, and I think it's most important the combination in the Wi-Fi and LoRaWAN synergies, because IoT is also expanding, activating all the SSIDs, WIONGO for roaming, in several cities in Spain, including Barcelona, Valencia, Palma, Salou, Gandia, and Benidorm.
What would you say is the main driver to look to open roaming for WIONGO?
For me, the most important now is to open partnerships around the world for the networks. I think the most important change is we worked 20 years ago with like a local service, and now we need to bring our network, to expand our network, to open our networks to the other partnerships in different countries, in different services. And I think the Wi-Fi industry needs to open because it's the most important thing now. All the people around the world need to connect seamlessly, need to connect in everywhere, and we need to open this for make it very easy to connect and have the most important thing is the privacy and the connectivity.
Yeah, and does the moves around randomization concern you about the change to the user experience and what that does to advertising on the captive portal?
Yes, I think we expect to maintain the captive portal, I suppose, this year, but I think it's the ending of the captive portal because we need to change the model. It's very, very important for us to make efforts to introduce the new models with Passpoint and with open roaming because the world is changing and we need to get the past. And I think it's a very good opportunity to bring a best service to the people and to bring a best service to the cities, because we are in the middle of them.
Yeah, okay. Spoken like a true entrepreneur. Thank you, Mauricio. Great to see
Mauricio's explanation. I wanted to focus on two things really for the rest of the presentation, which is what's in it for Mauricio's or WIONGO's customers that visit his smart city deployments, and what's in it for WIONGO themselves and WIONGO's customers. Now, obviously, the first one has been kind of covered in previous presentations. What open roaming is to Mauricio's customers is it's a next generation onboarding solution, which is seamless, is secure, and is private. The user basically controls privacy through consent. So if the user has consented the IDP to share a real email address or a real phone number, or the user or the IDP has some kind of legal requirement to do so and has a blanket agreement with the user, then that can happen. If there's no consent, then by default an anonymized identity that is persistent will be shared roaming. Cisco has built this into their stacks natively. So in our Wi-Fi on-prem stack, the Cisco Catalyst stack, in the cloud-based, the cloud-managed stack, Meraki, but also in our location and analytics platform, which is DNA Spaces, and our IoT as a service platform, which is Cisco Control Center. Now, what all of that does together, it delivers outcomes to Mauricio, and those outcomes are basically, obviously, the seamless, secure, and private onboarding experience that his customers can enjoy, smart city scenarios. So basically what happens is WIONGO deploys an access point on site. That access point uses the cloud, the Meraki and the Cisco DNA Spaces cloud for all of its management and its kind of AAA functionality, which basically means that the open roaming functionality here sits in the cloud, and that cloud then basically connects into the Open Roaming Federation and connects to the Open Roaming IDPs. So with Mauricio, because he has a lot of networks and a lot of locations, obviously it took a little longer than 10 minutes, but but simply setting up one network on Open Roaming can be as fast as 10 minutes.
If you are a DNA Spaces setup, you already set up the DNA Spaces already. Is that what you're saying? Once you've to do open roaming.
Yeah, correct. So if you basically are a Meraki customer and you have the appropriate licensing with the you have a DNA Spaces account, it takes 10 minutes to set up.